about reducing fractions, right? Yes. So today we are going to discuss about comparing fractions. Okay, comparing fractions. So in fractions, you know what is like fraction, unlike fraction, proper fraction, improper fraction, then mixed fraction, isn't it? Yes. So now how to compare? Comparing means what? We have to use that symbol less than, greater than and equal. Yes, do you remember that symbols? Less than, greater than, less than, greater than, then equal. Right? Yes. So in fraction, in normal, that whole number, natural numbers means easily you can find it which is the greatest value, which is the lowest value, isn't it? Yes. But in the fraction, how to find? Yes? Yes. First we are going to find the like fraction. Okay. Like fractions means what? The denominators are equal means that two fractions are like fractions, isn't it? See the example. 4 by 9, 7 by 9. Now these two fractions are like fractions, right? This is 4 by 9 and 7 by 9. See the denominator is 9, isn't it? So these fractions are like fraction. So you have to compare the numerator only. Understand? So numerator is here 4, this is 7. So which is the greatest value? 7 or 4? 7 is the greatest value, isn't it? So now less than symbol, 4 by 9 less than 7 by 9, right? So here the greatest value is 7, right, in the numerator. See in the next example, 9 by 13, 7 by 13. So here which is the greatest value, 9 or 7, the denominator is equal, isn't it? So this is the like fraction. So you have to compare the numerator only. In the numerator the greatest value. Greatest value is 9. So which symbol we can use it here? Less than or greater than? Greater than, right? 9 is greater value. So 9 is greater than 7. So 9 by 3 greater than 7 by, 13. 9 by 13 greater than 7 by 13. Right? See? Yes, 28 by 35, 42 by 35. Which is the greatest value? 28 or 42? 42 is the greatest value. So less than or greater than? This less than. Right? Yes. See here denominator is equal, then numerator also equal. So here which symbol we are going to use? Equal symbol, right? So both are equal. So these two fractions are equal, right? Do you understand? Yes. Now you know how to compare the like fractions. Okay. So next we are going to discuss about how to compare the unlike fractions. Okay. Unlike fractions. Comparing unlike fractions. Okay. Comparing unlike fractions. Here we are going to use three methods. Okay. So the first method is finding equivalent fraction. First method is what? Finding equivalent fraction. Actually, you know how to find the equivalent fraction, isn't it? Yes, if I am giving one fraction means you know how to find the equivalent fraction, isn't it? Yes. Now here, now we are going to compare these two fractions. Means first we have to find the equivalent fraction, make it the denominator equal. After that, we have to compare it. That we are going to use that symbol, right? Yes. See, first the fraction is 1 by 5, then 1 by 4. 1 by 5 and 1 by 4, right? Yes. So first what you have to do? 1 by 5. So equivalent, first we are finding the equivalent fraction. So here if you multiply by 2, numerator multiply by 2 means 1 into 2, 2. Then 5 into 2, 10. Isn't it? Yes. Next to third table means 1, 3 is 3. 3 times 5 are how much? 15. Then fourth table means 1, 4 is 4. Then 5 times 4 are how much? 20. 5 times 4 are 20. Now second number is 1 by 4. Finding an equivalent number. Fraction, sorry. Finding an equivalent fraction. First, second table. 1, 2 is 2. Here denominator also we want to multiply the same number, isn't it? Yes. So 2 times 4 are 8. Then next. Again third table we are going to use. So 1, 3 is 3. Then third table 4 times 3 is how much? 12. Then fourth table 1, 4 is 4. Then 4 times 4 are 16. Then fifth table means 1, 5 is 5. Then 5 times 4 are how much? 20. Now you check here these two fractions here. 4 by 20, 5 by 20. So the first one 1 by 4 equivalent fraction 4 by 20. Then here 1 by 4, 5 by 20. So the denominator is equal. Do you understand? The denominator is equal. Now denominator is equal means what? That is like fraction, right? So here these two fractions are unlike fraction. Now we convert it into like fraction, right? So 4 by 20, 5 by 20. Which is the greatest value? If the denominator is equal means what? Which number we want to check? The numerator value, isn't it? The numerator value is 5. That is less than or greater than value. So here that is less than. 4 is less than and 4 is less than 5. That means 4 by 20 less than 5 by 20. Now do you understand? Yes. Second example. See the second example. Compare 2 by 3 and 4 by 5 by finding equivalent fractions. Okay. So 2 by 3, then 4 by 5. Okay, first we have to find an equivalent fraction. Okay, so we have to make it the denominators equal, right? So 2 by 3. Here that equivalent fraction, first we want to multiply second table, right? Okay, 2 times 2 are 4. Here 3 times 2 are how much? 6, right? Next, third table, 3 times 2 are 6. Then 3 times 3 are 9. Fourth table 4 times 2 are 8. Then 4 times 3 are 12. Fifth table 5 times 2 are 10. Then 5 times 3 are 15. Okay. Next 4 by 5. Next fraction 4 by 5. Second table 4 times 2 are 8. 5 times 2 are 10. Second table. Okay. Next third table 4 times 3 are 12. 5 times 3 are 15. Now we check here denominator is equal, right? Now we can compare the fractions. Okay. So 2 by 3 equivalent fraction is 10 by 15. 10 by 15. Then 4 by 5 equivalent fraction is 12 by 15. 12 by 15. Now we check these two fractions are like fraction, isn't it? So here denominator is equal, numerator is they are 12, 10, here 12. So which is the greatest value? 12 is the greatest value. So which symbol we can use it here? Less than or greater than? Less than, right? Yes, 10 is less than 12, right? That means 12 divided by 15 less than 12 divided by 15. Now do you understand how to compare these two fractions by finding an equivalent fractions, isn't it? Yes. Next method. Yes, this is the next method by cross multiplication. Learn that cross multiplication method. Do you remember that finding an equivalent fraction by cross multiplication? Yes, same method only. Here also we are going to follow. This is the example. First example, compare 2 by 3 and 4 by 5 by using the cross multiplication method. Okay, first one is finding an equivalent method, isn't it? The second method is using the cross multiplication method. Now check. First fraction is 2 by 3. Then second one is 4 by 5. Right? Cross multiplication. Here 2 into 5, then 3 into 4. Okay. 2 into 5. 2 into 5 is how much? 10. Right? Then 3 into 4 equal to how much? 12. 3 into 4 how much? 12. So now you compare here 3 into 4, 2 into 5. First we have to multiply these two numbers. Okay, 2 into 5. 2 into 5 we are getting 10, right? Then 3 into 4 how much? 12. 12. So now you compare these two numbers. 10 by 12. 10 by 12 which is the 10 and 12. So which is the greatest value? 12 is the greatest value. So you have to use which symbol? Less than or greater than? Less than. 10 less than 12, right? So the fraction 2 by 3 less than 4 by 5. 2 by 3 less than 4 by 5. Now do you understand how to find the cross multiplication method? See the next second example. The second example, compare 3 by 7 and 5 by 6 by using the cross multiplication method. Okay, yes. 3 by 7, then 5 by 6. Okay, cross multiplication. First which two numbers we have to multiply? 3 and 6, then 7 and 5. Okay, 3 into 6. 3 times 6 are how much? It will come 3 times 6 are 18. Then 7 times 5. 7 times 5 are how much? 35. 7 times 5 are 35. So 3 times 6 is 18. 7 times 5 are 35. Now you compare these two numbers 18 and 35. Which is the greatest value? 35 is the greatest value. So how to use which symbol? Less than or greater than? Less than. 18 less than 35, right? So you have to write the fraction 3 by 7 less than 5 by 6. Right? 3 by 7 less than 5 by 6. Right? One more example. Cross multiplication. For example, 6 by 8, 2 by 5. Yes, cross multiply. So 6 into 5 how much? 6 times 5 are 30. Then 8 times 2. 8 times 2 is how much? 16. So here which symbol we can, which is the greatest value? 30 or 16? 30 is the greatest value. So here we are going to use which symbol? Greater than. Yes, greater than. So you can write it 6 by 8 greater than 2 by 5. 2 by 5. Now do you understand? So now you know how to compare that by cross multiplication method, right? Yes. So first method is finding an equivalent method. The second method is by cross multiplication method, right? Yes. Next is third method. Third one is LCM. LCM, finding an LCM. LCM means what? Lowest common multiple. Next one is what? Lowest common. Using that by finding the LCM, lowest common multiple of the denominators. Find the lowest common multiple. Okay. Yes. How you know? First the fraction 2 by 3, then 4 by 5. So 3 by 3 and 5. 3, the common multiples 3. First multiples you can say 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Then 5 multiples 5, 10, 15, then 20. So 15 is the common multiple, right? 15 is common multiple, right? So we have to make it the denominator 15. So LCM is lowest common multiple is what? 15. So now you check here 2 by 3. 2 by 3, 4 by 5. Fraction. Okay. LCM is how much? 15. So make it the denominator 15. So 3 how many times 15 you can check. 3 how many times 15? 5 times. So here if you have multiplied by 5 means denominator multiplied by 5 means you have to multiply in the numerator also. Numerator also you want to multiply by 5. Then next you check here 5 how many times 15? 3 times, right? So Here multiply by 3 means here also multiply by 3. Now do you understand? Actually the LCM is 15. We want to make the denominator equal 15. Okay. Now you check 3. How many times 15? 5 times 15. So denominator if you are multiplied by 5 means numerator also you want to multiply by 5. Then here the second fraction 4 by 5. Here denominator is 5. 5 how many times it will come 15? 3 times. So denominator if you are multiplied by 3 means numerator also multiply by 3. Multiply 2 times 5 how much it will come? 10. 3 times 5 15. Then 4 times 3 12. Here 5 times 3 15. Now you check these two fractions are like fractions, isn't it? Two fractions are like fractions. Now we can compare these two fractions. So 10 by 15, 12 by 15. Which is the greatest value? 12 by 15 is the greatest value. So we have to use less than or greater than. We want to use less than. Right? So here the fractions 2 by 3 less than 12 by 15. Less than 12 by 15. Do you understand? I'll explain once again. Okay. See here first the fractions 2 by 3, 4 by 5. Okay. So we have to find the lowest common multiple in these two numbers. That is denominator value. Okay. Denominator here 3. Then here denominator second fraction denominator is 5. 3 that multiple is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 and 21. 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. So lowest common multiple is what? What is the lowest common multiple? 15. Okay, 15. So now we have to make it the denominator 15. We have to check. 3 how many times it will come? 15. 5 times it will come. So denominator if you are multiplied by 5 means numerator also multiplied by 5. Then here 5 how many times? 15. 3 times. So multiply by 3 means numerator also we want to multiply by 3. So multiply 2 times 5 10. 3 times 5 15. Then 4 times 3 12. 5 times 3 15. Now these two fractions are like fractions. So you can compare it. So which is the greatest value? 10 by 15 or 12 by 15? 12 by 15. So we have to use less than symbol. Now 2 by 10 by 15 means that is 2 by 3, right? 2 by 3 less than 12 by 15. We have to write it 4 by 5. 4 by 5. Now do you understand? Yes. I hope you know now how to compare the fractions using this method. 3 methods, right? Finding an equivalent fraction, then cross multiplication, then by finding the LCM of the denominator. So now what you are going to do? So your homework is 6.3, page number 75. That is your homework. Okay, page number 75, exercise 6.3, question number 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Compare the given unlike fractions. Then insert the correct symbol less than, greater than or equal. Please try to complete these two questions. If you have any doubt, please contact me. Okay children? Okay, thank you.